In this video, I'm going to show you how to implement a password recovery feature into your Swift mobile app that uses Parse for user registration and login. And I will quickly show you how it's going to work. So on my login form, I have email address here and password. I will add a forgot password button, which user will be able to tap, and then they will be presented with a new view where they can type their email address, and Parse will send them an email message with a link to password recovery web page. There they can type a new password and successfully reset it. So this view, if I tap on cancel button, it will simply close. If I tap on recover password, Parse will reply back to me with a message, and I'm displaying this message in alert. You must provide email, and this message comes for Parse. You can use any message you like. I'll show you how. And once you close it, or if I type, for example, password that does not exist, email address does not exist, password Parse will also reply back to me with the message no user found with email address. But again, you can customize this in your code. So let's go ahead and implement this functionality into your mobile app. I will stop this app from running. Okay, I have my project user login and registration opened. I have recorded a video on how to implement this flow in my a little bit earlier. So if you did not watch a video on how to build this user interface and connect all these views and integrate Parse into your mobile app, you can find a link to that video below in the description. I will include it there. And to speed it up, I have started with existing project. So let's go ahead and implement a user interface for password recovery view. I will need my right panel here, and I will need a view controller. So drag and drop new view controller. I always like to resize it to iPhone 4H. It's just convenient to work. Put it next to my login view controller, and I will need a text field for email address. Position it here. I will put placeholder text. Type your email address here. And I will activate clear button just to let user clear their email address if they made a mistake. And I need a couple of buttons, right? I need one button for recover password. Recover password, and I'll color it with I'll change background color of it to something blue and the theme color to white. Okay, and I will need one more button to dismiss this view controller, something like a cancel button. And I will also make it look different with something like this. A background color for red, red for background color and white for theme color. Okay, so my view is almost ready, and now I need a Swift file that will be associated with this view controller. So I will click on my user login registration group and create a new file. and that will be source code touch class. Next, and here I'll say password recover view controller, subclass of UI view controller, and language Swift. Next, create. Very good. So I have Swift file. Now I can go back to main storyboard and I can associate this Swift file with my password recovery UI. So I'll select view controller here. I'll switch to identity inspector. And in the custom class here, I will type password recovery. So as soon as I started typing password recovery view controller, it actually auto suggests and I can hit enter to apply. Okay, so now I can connect these two views. So when will a password recovery view controller open? When user requests for it. So I need one more button, and this time I need it for my login view. I'll put it next to password field because I think it makes sense. When user doesn't know their password, they don't remember their password, they want to they'll see this button. So I will name it forgot. Yes, forgot password. I'll make it look a bit smaller. Yeah, and maybe change its color to red, something like this. But I mean, your colors and UI can be anything. Okay, so I will now, so one user, I will select this button and then hold a control button, click on it, drag and drop to my password recovery view controller and release. And I will create an action segue that will show this view. This is how I connect them to. So what I can now do, I can run this example and see if it works. Okay, so I can clearly see my forgot password. I can tap on it and I get the new view. These buttons don't work because I did not implement any code for them. So I'll quickly stop it and continue. Okay, now when user I want to create outlets for this UI. So I will select view controller, hide this right side panel, and I will open assistant editor by clicking on this ovals here, circles. Okay, now my recover password view controller, the view controller associated with this UI is open, and I can start creating outlet. One outlet I need for my text field, and this will be called something like user email text field, and I need a couple of action created, one for recover password. So I'll select the button, hold control, click, drag and drop, and I'll do it below here. And the connection type is action, and I will call it recover button tapped. So when user taps on this button, this function will be called. And cancel, when user taps on cancel, connection action, cancel button tapped. Okay, so when cancel button tapped, I don't need this. When cancel button tap, I simply want to dismiss current view controller. So I will type dismiss view controller animated, true, and completion now, nil, so that the current view will be dismissed. And when recover button tapped, I basically first need to get hold of my user email address. So I will say let user email equals, and then I will refer to the text field that I have here and grab the text um, value of it. Now, obviously, you want to check for, like, if user did not type anything, you can display a friendly message. You forgot to type email address, but Parse also does it for us. So I can start writing Parse code because I have connected my I've integrated this mobile application with Parse. I'm not going to show you how to integrate Parse framework into it. You can watch a video that I have recorded earlier, and the link to this video is going to be below the description. Now just start writing Parse code right away. So we have this PF user, and if I tap on dot, there will be an author suggested a list of functions I can use, and you can see it recommends me some like request password reset for email in background. This is what I want: request password reset for email in background. So I will select it, and I need an user email address, right? And I need a block of code, and this basically is uh, the code that will be implemented once when this function is called. The first parameter is for success, and the second parameter is for error. So what I can do, I can type something like success, and it's going to be of Boolean, true or false, and as error, I can also do something like error and as error. So it's going to be variable error. I mean, this error object will be of type as error, and this success object value will be of type true or false, and any code that I want to be here. Okay, so basically, if sometimes I rhyme with email request password reset. What did I not do? Request, I can't say it. Request password for email but with argument list. Oh, argument list is not correct. Oh, what is it? Let's just do it again. Request password for email string, and then we have block. So for my email, I can do what do we have? We have user email, and then for a block of code, for some reason it doesn't like it that way, so declare block of code. So for success, I remember it was Boolean value, and for error it was ns error, right? And build. Right. Okay. So if it was if it's success, I basically want to display a message like email let success message equals to email message was sent to you at, and then email address. Okay, and I will need to display it in alert message. I will show you how to just in a moment. And if error is not nil, I need to display an error message, right? So I'll say error message, and I will get the error message from this error object that parse returns me, and my error message is of course going to be a string, right? And I will from error message, error object, I need there is a user info, and from that user info, I think it was called error. Basically, if you output entire user object, you will see that there are some key and value, and one of the objects that it contains is user info, and it's kind of a dictionary. And I think this is it. So one of them is error, cannot overrule subscript the supplied arguments. User error, and that's an optional value, so I will add user error, user info, just unwrap everything as string. Okay, success. So we need to display, in terms of when it's success, we need to display success message, and when error message, we need to display error message. And I do have a little code prepared for this alert message, so I don't have to type it from the beginning. So let me quickly go and find this function that I have. So it's called display error message function, which accepts the message. Let's say it accepts the message. So copy the function signature, and if success, we need to display success message, and if it's error, we need to display error message. And of course it needs to be self. Okay, so display message, display message. Okay, if success, we display message, if error, we display message. And here we go, something we have changed. Yes, we've changed the message. So I'm creating an alert controller, and that alert controller will display whatever message we pass in of style alert, and we'll create an action button. And once user taps on this OK button, the alert message is dismissed. We add action button, and then we present this view controller to a user on the screen. And all this code is triggered when user taps on recover button that we have connected here. Okay, so I think we are ready to run this example and see how good it works. Okay, my app is up, and I tap on forgot password. I'm presented with view controller. I tap on cancel button, and it is dismissed right away. And I can try typing any email address that is there, and I mean that does not exist. Tap on recover password, and I get an alert message which says no user found with email address, like this. Okay, and I will try existing email address, which is my personal email address. Recover, and it says email message was sent to you at my email address, and I just heard something came through. Yes, it's in an email message from Parse. So what I'll do, I will pause this video and then open that, go into my email inbox, open that email message, and I'll show you what came through. Okay, so here I am in my personal inbox, and I have a message from Parse. I have a subject here, reset password reset for my cool app. The name of the app you can change. I mean, this is a test app, but that will be the name of your app. And the message, this message template you can change. And I actually think I have this, yes, I have a web page open that will show you how to change this. And basically you need to go to your dashboard in Parse, and on your dashboard you'll have a list of your apps. I have the only app with Parse, which is called My Cool App. When I click on it, I go in, and at the top here you have settings. Click on settings and scroll down below, and you will have oh no, actually no, I'm sorry, under settings you need to go here on the left, email, and these are email settings. And if you scroll down below, here are the variables that you that are created for you automatically, and it says here the following variables will be automatically filled in with their appropriate values. So username, email, app name, and app link will be replaced by appropriate values. And the first email verification template, which is something else, password reset email template. So this is what we need. So if you want to change, if you want a proper message here, this message is very short. You requested to reset your password. You can make a better message. And these are the variables that will be automatically put here, which is app name and a link to a reset web page. So I go back to my email, and if I click on this link, it opens a page which says reset your password for the name of the app. And I can type any password here. I'll type 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and I tap on change in password. Successfully updated your password. Now I can go back to my app. I think it should be running. Yeah, and I can log in with the email address, which is my personal email address they have emailed me at, and the new password, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Login. Voila, it worked. I think this is it for this video. Friends, if you have questions, if something is not clear, if something for some reason did not work, please type your question below, and I will do my best to help you out as soon as I can. And please don't forget to check the description below to see the link to a previous video which describes how to create user interface, and a link to my blog post on swiftdeveloperblog.com. I'm going to publish this function, basically password recovery code, and display alert message code there. Okay, I wish you a great day.